Okay, we're back. You know, I once lived over at I still live over at the beach, but I spent all my days there, and then I go out to where David Cox used to call home, and then David just packs up when I get over there and moves to a new part of town. Mm. But they loved you in both places.
Thank goodness.
Good seeing you,
I love them in both places, too.
Yeah. Well, it's all for the common good, Horry County, at one great big school district.
One great big school district. Third largest in the state.
It's huge. A lot of real estate.
Yeah. It's a lot of real estate. We have almost 46,000 students and almost 6,000 employees.
Good grief.
You know David? David Cox?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Deacon and I go. We went to different schools together, I told you.
We did, and I was a cheerleader.
You still waxing?
Yes.
Had to ask, so it's out there.
Now
Congrats on the victory.
Thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. It was good. I mean, I enjoyed the race. I was a little concerned because you always get concerned. You have your doubts, especially the last few days of could I've done more, should I've done more. But at the end, I think I won by 66%. I took all the precincts except one. So, I mean, I was pleased, and I was so appreciative of the voters, trusting me with their kids and grandkids for 4 more years.
Yeah, this district, that's called a landslide. Your old district's called a butt whooping.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a butt whooping.
That's a butt
yeah, anything about it. 6, that's great.
Yeah. It's put to bed. I've thrown away all my yard signs now, so we're moving on to the next 4 years. Hopefully get some good things happening.
A lot of yard signs were out there this political season.
There were.
Yeah.
I saw some places where I would pick up my yard sign. The sign would be gone, but the stakes would be there, and that concerned me. I pull what
concerned you?
Yeah, what happened if you hit a lawnmower with that thing?
Oh, yeah, I know what would happen.
So I pulled all those up along with mine, but I thought,
that's true.
How crass, how cheap.
Those make great placemats, though.
And tomato steaks.
They really do.
Yeah, man.
You're thinking.
Yeah.
You're thinking. Get that grapevine started the right way. Horry County has its challenges. Obviously, this year, you guys, just like everybody else in education, you've been pulling your hair out.
Yeah.
Man.
It's been tough.
I didn't envy you guys at all.
Since we shut down for COVID, we've had 11 virtual board meetings. 11. I mean, it takes 2 PCs, iPad, and a phone just to keep up with everything that's being transmitted.
Good night.
It's something, but we're behind now. We're off until August 5th. That'll be our next. Well, I say that something else will come up, and we'll have another emergency meeting of some sort. We're just finished the budget. The budget was $715 million this year.
Whoa,
that's right. $715 million. Did you know, I found this out, and I thought this was so amazing, that Horry County schools contribute to the county through salaries $32 million a month we put back into the economy of Horry County.
Jeez.
Could you put that back into my tax notice?
So let me think, no.
Are you the largest employer in the county?
Yes.
Yeah.
We're the 4th largest in the state.
Okay.
We're behind Greenville County schools, Charleston counties, Santee, Cooper, and then us.
Well, I got my taxes the other day, and I paid them, and I'm a supporter. I found out I'm a good supporter.
Yeah.
And we thank you.
I'm taking care of that's all
on
right.
behalf of all the children and all the employees.
That's right. They are love us for that.
Yeah. I mean, that is one of the largest. I mean, if you look at the numbers, education gets the lion's share of what goes to taxes.
Well, 85% of our income is from taxes. That's what we bring in, and we can't forget that penny sales tax that grandfathers in 2022.
Well, that's true.
We've got to have that's got to be back on the referendum, and that's got to pass, because for every penny we get 75%, and then Horry County, Georgetown Tech gets a certain amount, so does CCU, of every penny. Whoa. And that goes a long way, because the tourists are helping us pay for that.
That's good.
That's really good.
That's really, really good.
So you should be thankful for that too, Deacon.
I am thankful. Yeah, we're going to clothe the kids, give them some education, and buy them each a car. Why not?
I'll leave that to you to start that fundraiser.
We'll eliminate school buses, get them all a car.
Jeez.
Yeah, you start thinking about. Well, that's a state issue. I was thinking about, because the school buses weren't out there, how that impacts the buying power of fuel, but that's a state thing.
Yeah. The biggest thing then this is the one thing I'm waiting to get an answer for, and I don't have the answer because it's so far in the weeds. We're going to start football practice soon, and I think it's going to be with some contingencies, like, let's put some antibacterial soap on your hands before you tackle somebody. I don't know how they're going to do it.
Untouched football.
Tag. But the thing that worries me, because it affects all the students that ride a bus, is how are we going to transport school children on buses safely? The bus will hold about 50 kids. Typically, a bus makes a run to an elementary and a run to a high school every day and back, so that's 200 kids. How are we going to keep them safe? I don't know that answer. And I'm waiting on this Educate Ed out of Accelerate Ed, out of Columbia.
Accelerated, they just the ED at the end.
Accelerate Ed. And that's a task force that's trying to work through all of these potential problems. I can't wait to.
Well, some will have to ride on the roof. The older ones who can hold on.
Oh, we're getting double-decker school buses now?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Well, I mean, hey.
Lord,
looks like the car thing's out.
What's he been
You
drinking?
thought I was not the voice of reason. Think again. Oh, he makes me look good. That's why he's here.
That's why you have
exactly right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just going to call you Mitt Romney. You want to put things on the roof?
Oh, please.
Yeah.
No, don't do that, buddy. Listen, I don't straddle fences. Daddy's on one side or the other. All right? No Romney for me.
All right. I just wondered if you went up on the
Guy
roof.
just insulted me just now.
Food was a tricky thing.
It was.
Because with the lunches and the food and the kids.
Well, and the thing is, we got so much negative press. We put food out because these children, a lot of the children, this was the only meal they really got that was nutritional in a day. As soon as we shut down, within 2 weeks, we had revamped a drive-through position on several of our schools where parents could just drive through, pick up a breakfast and a lunch. And that went great until a lot of the school cafeteria employees got COVID.
Yeah, sure.
And, I mean, even in North Myrtle Beach, like 20 of them. And so we had to shut that down, and that was nothing we wanted to do. But then the governor brought in the National Guard, and we picked it right back up. And in the interim, a lot of private business owners stepped up, and I think they were having a food handout at Cooper House and different churches around the area. So
wasn't
we really try to stay on it.
Did you guys get into actually the food being shipped or delivered?
Well, we had school buses that would go, especially out in the western part. Green Sea Florida's where you've got a lot of geography. We would go to different churches and stop, and they would come to the churches and pick it up. So and we also, mentioning that, we had school buses rigged up with Wi-Fi so that those of children who didn't have internet service could pick up a signal from one of our school buses. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah,
that had to be done.
Had to be
because
done
of the online schooling.
And because of this, we're now buying more iPads. I think we're revamping them for the middle school kids, bringing those down to the 4th and 5th graders, 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders, and then theirs are going down to K1 and 2. So we're just recycling the iPad so that everybody can have one in the event we have to do this again. So, when you think about it, fellas, on a Thursday, we had school as usual. By the next Thursday, we had 46,000 students in a virtual environment, which was amazing. I mean, the amount of work, and these teachers didn't have it easy. You think they were just sitting around?
Oh, absolutely not. It was more work on the teachers, more work on the students too.
And the parents.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I had to do some scanning and some homework assignments.
I know.
It was a whole crazy thing.
I talked to one parent, and I said, "Well, how's it going?" She said, "Not too good." She said, "My students have been expelled, and the teacher's been fired for drinking on a job."
I get it. Yeah.
She was done.
Oh, wow.
That was a joke.
Well, that's why I laughed, Davey.
Oh, that's how you
I laughed.
Okay.
I snickered.
Well, I knew Deacon got it.
I'm a tough audience.
You really are.
I am. The question that you're getting, you can't answer it. Not just the school buses. What's school going to look like this year?
Don't know.
No, you can't answer it.
No. We have to take our direction from the state, and our governor's working on it. with his task force, the Educate Ed, and we're just trying to figure things out. I don't know. We hope that everything will be okay. We expect everything to be okay, and if it's not, we'll address it. That's all I can tell you. I'm so proud of our school board, our administration, our students, our parents. Everybody has come together, and we haven't gotten a whole lot of pushback. Some for different reasons. They're always selfish reasons, but because it affects their child, not the children. You know, I ran for school board on District 4. But it's all the kids. The entire county is what I'm worried about. District 9, 10, 8, 7, 6. They all are as important to me because it's always about the kids. When you lose that carrot, it's about the kids, then you don't need to be on this in this position. It's always about the kids.
It's going to be tough.
It is.
It's going to be tough.
And that's why you need seasoned people on the board, people who've been around the track once or twice to make sure that you know all the moving parts. It's because what we're doing now, speaking of moving parts, is fluid. It's all fluid. We're just sliding through, trying to figure it out because we make a decision and then we get pushback from the governor. No, you can't do that, or his staff. Then we make, then he says you're going to do this, and when we try to do that, we get pushback from the parents. You can't do that. So it's a real fluid situation. But we're going to persevere, man. We've got a good school.
Well, you've got a good hint of coming attractions, possible coming attractions.
Possible.
So you handled it well from the get-go. So I'm kind of thinking you guys will be able to pull something out in case
we will, man.
This thing rears its ugly head, and it has kind of reared its ugly head a little bit now back into the state of South Carolina.
It has.
So good luck.
Hey, we're going to do it. I mean, you
How
got
about
a good
registration now? I think we're in registration.
we're doing it online. Doing it online.
Registration.
Yeah. I'm sure the principals and the staff are getting a lot of calls about what to do. And see, I don't know how that affects we have schools called red zones. We're a school choice, right? We have school choice, but we also have red zone schools. If they're 95% to capacity, we have to reserve that 5% for people moving into that district. So if you had one of your children went to Myrtle Beach and one of your children went to, say, Lakewood Elementary, they're very close together. Lakewood's a red school, but you couldn't put them together if you wanted the other child to come to Lakewood because it's full. And people have a hard time with that, and I have a hard time with it. If you've got two children, they need to be in the same school. But sometimes it just doesn't work that way. And especially if you lived in one area and then moved to another area. Like you lived in Lakewood area and then you moved to Myrtle Beach. You started this kid here and this kid at Lakewood. It's really tough. But, we work on those on a case-by-case issue and try to do the best we can for them.
There's so much turnover at some schools, especially Myrtle Beach, Socastee, Carolina Forest. You'll have kids that may be registering to go in the fall, and then something will happen when they won't be there. It's fluid all the time. It's a big number.
We're itinerant.
It's like hundreds of students per school.
We are itinerant. We move it all the time. We grow 600 to 800 kids a year. That's a lot. And at one point when the boom was on, but pre-7, 8, we were growing 1,500 students a year. That's two schools.
Yeah,
grief.
Couldn't keep up with it.
Yeah.
So it's slowed down now, and our guy at the district, his name's Joe Birch. He does the forecasting, and I promise you, fellas, I don't know how he does it, but he's within a dozen kids every year.
He's got an abacus. I know him.
That's right.
Joe?
Yeah, and you can use that same technique on Facebook when something ticks you off.
Yeah.
The same technique. It works. It works wonders. It's not an abacus. That was a joke.
I laughed.
I snickered.
He snickered.
I love it. I love it. So after the campaign,
Yep.
you put the signs away?
Put them in the trash.
You're not running again?
Don't know. The reason, you don't want to keep them around. They're cumbersome, and you got to have room for them. I don't plan on running, but if it depends on who's. Let's say I won't be the first one to sign up in 4 years. Okay. I want to see who's going to sign up, and I want to find out about this person, see if their values are Horry County's values, Horry County Schools values,
sure.
And it's because sometimes we get rhinos running. They have an agenda that's ultra liberal, and not conducive to what we want to do on Horry County Schools. So I may or may not. I don't know.
Okay.
And we'll just wait and see.
Well, that's a long way off.
4 years, 5 years.
Yeah.
So since I don't have anybody in the general.
congratulations on the victory.
Thanks, man.
Appreciate all you do,
Everybody
man.
likes you,
Appreciate
man.
it.
You know
You
you
both
gonna
are a
win.
great guy.
Appreciate
I
it.
think last time I actually saw you was when you spoke at a funeral, and you did an eloquent job.
Oh, for Miss Lucille?
Yeah,
I know.
yeah.
I still have her in my phone.
Easy
just
to
in
say
case.
great words. Yeah, yeah. She's a great lady, but you did an eloquent job there.
Thanks. Thanks.
I do
Appreciate it.
weddings. Maybe we could work a little business thing here out in 5 years. We'll be right. That was a joke.
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't get it.
We'll be back with more in a moment.